Um, uh, he would have had 2 shots anyway. He was just checking for the second one, I suppose. It didn't really matter with Kath. To be honest, Owen, we didn't see. I didn't see anything as the game was going on. I didn't see anything untoward in your game. Richard in the other game that was called for the similar kind of thing. I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong in that one. I think somebody was just getting a bit heated with trying to call stuff. Obviously, if it was something quite blatant and we actually caught it with our own eyes, then obviously we would have gone in there with it, in 2 seconds flat. Because obviously, with it being a store championships, there's obviously a judge, and we have us covering the stream. So, yeah, I do feel sorry for Toby though. I think he did sort of everything right. Yeah. So let's get the booth cam back up here. They're just doing tidy up here at this stage. Yeah. So I really want to find out where, who's won those top 2 games. Because the situation is you've got Max, Sean, and Wojtek all on 2 wins. The winner of the event gets to hold the cup, which will be theirs to take home with them tonight. Situation is before the game started, Max obviously had the bye from the first round for Toby not being able to take part, and then got another full 100-0 win, taking his MOV to 400. Sean Riley has 353. Wojtek on 329. This is going to be a close little affair where MOV is going to count. Yeah. I don't mind being technically correct on stuff. I was kind of nicknamed the king of technicalities because I go all through with a, well, technically, there is this. Yeah. Max does have a 47-point MOV lead currently over Sean. Wojtek has a I can't do maths this evening. 71 points to catch up on Max. So what Wojtek's hoping for is for Max to have his MOV bled, or Sean to win, because there's only a 24 MOV difference. Technically, it was a bye. It should be marked in as a bye. That is correct. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I think we have to keep carefully because obviously it's 150 for a bye win. So that would be 350 versus 353. This would be a lot tighter. Very good point, Owen. Very good point. I will flag that with Elliot. I'm not sure if we can go back and modify these results now. I'll flag it to his attention and say, okay, yes, we can't really... I'm not sure if we go back it makes anything different here. We can't really go back and obviously redo all the pairings and the games and whatever if it were to change. So I think we'll have to say when the results come out, reduces Max's... Ooh, Wojtek's apparently won this. We don't know what the points are. That was not of his own accord, though, Max. Sorry, Owen. Max, obviously... I think the harsh thing here is, obviously, he did get this sort of bye because Toby wasn't available, and then Max had a little game against Richard. Yeah, that is true. I will flag this with Elliot because obviously 50-point MOV makes a difference. Obviously, if it's a full win for Wojtek, full 200 0, this is going to mean a lot. Sean or Max will basically have to get another 100 0 victory. So we'll have to see about this one. Time currently left on the round is 12 minutes. So we haven't got too long left to wait for these results to come out. We do have an interesting look at the bottom of the tables as well, because if Mick unfortunately beats Chelsea, or if Chelsea wins by a fair chunk, then Chelsea or Mick could leapfrog Toby. Because obviously this is the only result we've got in at the moment. As a training accountant and a fan of maths, I do love looking at things and working out the fine detail of the numbers. There's a huge kind of potential shuffling about on one win with Michael, Gareth, John, all in the 200 mark. Gareth and John are the closest here, so that could be interesting. There's only 11 points MOV difference between them. I'm loving the way it works the MOV out here. Not the MOV, strength of schedule. Because positions could have changed between Chris, Yules, and who was a position above him? Can't remember. I'm not going to say which position it is because obviously we discussed that a bit later on. In the store championships running, but yeah, it was only the tiebreakers were exactly the same apart from strength of schedule, which is what the difference was between Chris not getting one extra high position, which was nice that Chris took part because he's been at the game for such a long time. I did say a sabbatical. I think that's probably the fairest way of calling it. So I'm more than happy, as we haven't got anything else going on here, until we get the actual results of the final round, to do a mini little Q&A session with people in the stream. If people are up for doing that. I will yet again reveal the work that Toby did. As I was explaining earlier, this is painted up in the Call of Duty perk bottle idea that I had for my scum stuff. So this one is PhD Flopper, which was all about explosive splash damage, which I saw immediately for the Hawk is what it wants to do, its bomblet generator. So I thought it was the most obvious one. It's been the most obvious one actually by far for me to choose as a paint design. So yeah, that is nice audio Weasel. Oh, we have results in. We have results. Oh,
we have some results. Not all of them. They're still going. A lot of the games still going.
I heard Wojtek won, so he is waiting results.
He is.
One thing of note, technically.
What's that?
Max was a buy win. It's 150 MOV, not 200.
Yeah, it's an awkward one. Oh, it is what it is. You know, I'm new. I never used this before, so that's just what it is. But we have Gareth, who Wojtek tabled him completely.
So
with 100-0. So Wojtek destroyed everything. Gareth lost nothing. Gareth had everything destroyed. Wojtek lost nothing. Not a single point anywhere. Max Bull versus Sean Riley. They're still going on. Darren and John are still going on. Mick and Chelsea still playing, but last time I checked, Mick had lost a ship. Chelsea had lost nothing.
Ooh.
Mags versus Chris Neal. Mags tabled Chris Neal. Well, almost tabled. We had 100 to Michael Mags. Chris Neal killed 55.
Can I have a guess which one he killed?
We're gone.
Don't he?
Of course, because you've watched the game, so of course you know what the point scores are.
And that ended up with 55 points destroyed by the opponent as well.
I've also been given these to show off by Toby, which is his lovely repainted Tigressa, which is funny enough. It's not Imperial Grey. It's more like Emperor White.
Yes.
Or Stormtrooper White, I should say. But look at that. I don't want to do. I'm going to manually get the camera to focus on it because I can manually control the camera. Because technology.
Don't we love that?
Where would we be without technology? Probably better off, if I'm honest. But okay, pull that on there. Look, check that. Check that out.
Nice.
That's really nice. I like that. I've always preferred Imperial Grey to Empire Blue. It's one thing I dislike about the aggressors is that they do come in Empire Blue. So I'm going to have to get someone to repaint them. Or it might be the first ship I actually repaint myself. We also have a Kyrex that Toby is currently doing for someone who is currently watching the stream. Check out those stars on there, man.
Oof.
That looks amazing.
And those pods at the top, those extra engine pods or fins?
Fins, I believe. Yeah, because they're not on the actual base model, are they?
No.
I actually really like the fins on there. So I actually might get Toby to add some fins for me.
Yeah, I want them as well.
In fact, when I looked at it, I thought it looks... I couldn't imagine it without fins now, looking at this. It just looks so good with the fins.
Wow. That is...
Really good. Really good.
You know, ironically, the first thing that comes to my mind
when
I look at that now, can you remember good old Concord?
A Concord Dawn?
No, Concord.
Oh! As in the actual ship? The actual...
The airplane.
Yeah, of course I remember Concord.
That looked a bit like it.
Are you talking about how we should have a Concorde paint job done for it?
No.
A British Airways Concorde.
No, you have to you'd have to break the nose and
break the nose,
it.
yeah.
You see what I mean? It's kind of got that sort of look to it now.
I don't know what you're talking about, man, but that's just you. This is yours, I assume.
Yes.
Well, they can get the viewers a proper good look at it now.
Yeah.
Check out the Orabesh on the wings as well. Which focuses on.
But I when Toby sent this to me, I was like, my repaints that I've done. Yeah, this is the thing. Toby is a seasoned painter, whereas I just give it a go because I want to.
It's actually very interesting because they're very different styles. Because you prefer gloss, whereas this one is matte, as is the TIE Punisher. I do prefer matte myself, but you prefer gloss.
I didn't make a choice on it. I said the design I want is a purple and white, basically.
He probably knows that you like gloss though, so that's why it came out like that.
But who knows, if that is only Toby's purple that he's got, then
maybe
there was no choice.
Maybe, well, I don't know. But no, the games are still going on. They still have some time left. So
about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. Dead on. Funny you used to say that.
I knew it was about 10, 11, 12 minutes. A little bit ago, so I guessed it.
The Skurg. I mean, I'm gonna have to call out Wojtek on this one now, actually, because he's repainted his, hasn't he? He's repainted his Skurg to look like Nims.
Oh right, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, in fact, I can pull up the actual website because he put it on Facebook. So let's have a look here. X-Wing Athena Norwich.
Because you renamed it over the weekend after saying there's some that was made.
I added a hyphen. That's not exactly renaming it.
I'm interested to go through that little bit. Also, that Wojtek posted there as well about the
about the Gold Squadron.
About the Gold Squadron stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There's the repaint.
Oh, he's painted in both.
So he's repainted it in orange rather than red, which thing is, like I said, I'm going to put him up on this one because he's got it wrong. Yeah. Okay, so for the right screen there's the paint job that Wojtek has done. He's already bent, or someone's already bent the laser cannon there.
And ironically, it's not me.
Not you, no. I've seen your X-Wings.
You've seen one of the X-Wings. No, actually, both.
So
one's bent, one's missing them.
Not as much weathering, but is an orange paint job. The problem which I have, speaking as a guy who knows his stuff, is that's not actually Nim's paint job.
Oh?
No, it's not. Nim has a very different paint job. I think that's how he appears on the card. In Wojtek's defense, that's how he appears on the card. But if we look up the actual Star Wars Starfighter video game, the Havoc looks exactly like this. which is actually more red. In fact, this is a proper orthographic using the actual model from the game. So if we go to the right-hand screen again.
So the thing that's missing on the actual card is they've put an extra little bit of detail in the.
It's more red, and in the actual game, there's also a bit more weather. There's a lot more weathering on it, and it has the Loch Revenant symbol on the wings rather than the paneling. But probably the thing they didn't want to put the Loch Revenant on there because it's a symbol, and it could be either a licensing issue or just because it was too high detail.
But also it made it quite nice as well, because obviously one's Skull and one's Rebel, and then you don't have to paint over it or remove it or paint one in orange. You know, I do love the Havoc.
The Havoc is probably one of my favourite vessels to come to this wave, and I still think, you know, I mean, we're going to get the TIE Silencer now for next wave. I'm just going to go and deliver these out to Toby. Why don't you discuss with our audience what kind of ships they'd like to see in the next wave? Or should it be announced?
Yes. Yeah. Obviously, we know a couple of things that should be coming in the next wave because of the new film. Yeah. Some ideas on paint jobs there. This old gunboat. I would think there's going to be a lot of stuff from the new film. Definitely a lot of stuff from the new film. The only things we're seeing at the moment is the Rebel A-Wing, the new Interceptor or Silencer. Well, that means we'll see like a... you'd see only one thing. Yeah, I would definitely say Lithy. That's... And obviously with it being the new trilogy, tech slots... Didn't think of that. Just imagine giving a new Procket A-Wing, if it's 3 and 3, Procket A-Wing with Scavenger Crane. Oh, not Scavenger Crane because it's tech slot. Maybe Weapons Guidance. That could be a thing. Comms Relay would be good for something like Duke. The Duking Duke snapshots, what Orin plays. That'd be interesting. Definitely. The new A-Wing, maybe that large B-Wing. The large B-Wing? B-Wing-esque ship from the trailer? I can't remember seeing that. I can't remember watching the trailer now, it was such a long while ago. Might have to watch that at some point. But yeah, that'd be fun. What about... From what we've got, obviously we know there's going to be some Typhos still flittering around. We know there's going to be some T-70s. Yeah, we've done enough with Poe, there won't be another Poe. Ray. Well, does it mean we might see Luke? No, I don't think Luke will fly an T-70 anymore. That'd be such a good thing to have Luke in a T-70. Because we know obviously R2-D2 survived because he's standing there with C-3PO and BB-8. Okay, let's have a... There's definitely going to be some nice stuff coming out here for the new stuff. Oh, the new film, definitely. I don't think it'd be too much of a thing to give a Luke crew, I think. I like the loot crew there is. I don't normally play with the loot crew. It's got some nice mods on it, but I don't normally play the loot crew. Sorry, I do prefer running Luke's X-wing though. We'll probably see some scum ships. Okay, that could be a thing. Yeah. Yeah, you see, if that was the case, you'd definitely see some of the bounty hunters sitting in there. Just trying to think of a little thing that could be interesting. It'd be interesting to, obviously, storyline wise, to see what Rey and Luke's interaction is going to be together. I'm not 100% sure about that one, Liffy. There is a counter for it already. Or there's another simpler counter. Sorry, there's another simpler counter. Block it. That's another thing, but yeah, we'll have to see about that. I haven't even heard of other bounty hunters kind of ships. So does that mean we'll see a scum ship, an old scum ship with new pilots, or a completely brand new ship that we've not seen yet? That could be fun. We'll just have to see how this rocks up, because it'll be interesting. I do, as everyone knows, I do love my Y-wings. I do think this Scarif pack idea is not a bad one. That means you could potentially see could probably see Chopper was crew anyway. I'd still love to see so just to flag with Robin here, because I'm seeing some chat stuff coming through. We have not found out the results of Table 1. They should be close to finding out though, because it was I think that's now time on the round, so we're only moments away from finding out ourselves. We'll have to see. We will have to see. The input into here is going to be a thing to decide it here. I can hear Elliot wandering back to us now, so that's yeah.
I have the scores.
Should we do it working backwards so we keep the tension in the air?
So
we had obviously Chelsea and Mick playing to see who doesn't come at the bottom end of the tree.
Chelsea got 100 points.
Well, hey.
And Mick got 36.
So Chelsea has just moved from 12th to 9th, that nice little shimmy.
Yes, Johnny's to Darren Chapman. It came down to the wire with them.
Yep.
Darren got 32. That's John.
Sorry, yeah.
John got 50 though.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was a win in John's favour. And now, Max...
That's the big one.
Max Ball versus Sean Riley.
Yep.
100 to Max. 64 to Sean Riley.
Oh, I'm going to ask you a question without saying out loud. Do you mind just having this discussion between us for 2 seconds?
Sure, go on. All right.
Sorry about that, guys. I just had to have a little quick chat with Elliot here about a few things. So the final standings going in no particular reverse order, as we like to do it. Mick Ford, the only one to not win a game. Toby with 130 MOV and 1 win. Chelsea with 191. Sam with 202. Gareth with 228. Chris Neal with 230. Darren with 232. That is a really close.
Yeah.
Sixth to ninth, separated by only 30 points of MOV.
Yeah.
Or 6th to 8th, only covered by 4.
Yeah, 4 points.
Then you've got Michael and Sean, only separated by 2 MOV. This is the all tight MOV
It's
all the
really
way around.
tight.
Sean and Michael and Sean comes out on top of that with 417 versus 415. And at the top of the tree, the 2 undefeated players. In second, we've got Wojtek, and Max has just hedged it with a slightly higher MOV.
Mm. Well, it was probably the Toby not turning up and essentially handing the game to Max that done it. But he is our Tankard winner.
Yep.
So
Max is going to be the first one to take this away. So we'll have to see who comes up against him in a couple of weeks' time. I would love to put my mark down there. Obviously, I've sort of seen firsthand of what Max's list is. That was game 2, wasn't it?
That was game 2. But we're going to see what happens. We need to go out and actually give this to the winner. So we're going to call it a night here. Thank you all for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
Of course, if you're a Magic fan, join us next Wednesday where we have Frontier being played here live on the stream, and this Sunday we have Star Wars Destiny being streamed. We've got a lot of streaming stuff going on lately.
You've had a lot of streaming stuff to do lately. You're gonna. I know this is your office and all, but you need to put a hammock in here at some point.
Well, we're going to be a Twitch affiliate soon. We've got to really be cranking out the content.
Exactly.
So, yeah, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time, or I'll see you this weekend, whenever we see you. But
I will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yes,
possibly.
Thank you for joining me as always, David.
It's a pleasure as always. It's nice. It's nice to be in here. As I was saying in the commentary here, looking at all those possible scenarios, being a maths man.
Yeah. Love
looking at it from this side. So anyway, you'll see Elliot over the weekend, and you'll see me in a couple of weeks' time. So until then, remember, keep it casual.
Good night, everyone.
Night all.